You're staining the reputation of this event just by standing here.
I like cleaning up. That's why I just bought your debt.
Look at him. Marcus adjusts his $200,000 Patek Philippe while stepping out of a rented Lamborghini. To everyone here, he's the alpha CEO of Unity Tech, a man who spends money like it grows on trees. He walks with a swagger that screams unbreakable, but if you look closely at his hands, they are shaking. Behind that designer suit is a man drowning in debt, praying a merger will save him from a prison cell for embezzlement. Now look over there, in the corner of the Grand Hall. That's Elias. Plain black t-shirt, work trousers, a cotton rag in hand, buffing dust off a velvet chair. He's not rushing. He's meticulous. He's actually smiling as he works. Have you ever noticed how the people who actually built the building are often the ones treated like they don't belong in it? The staff, janitors, caterers, the people who actually make this gala run, whisper as they pass him. Please, sir, let us handle that. You shouldn't be doing this today. Elias just shakes his head. Many hands make light work, and these chairs need to be perfect for the students. He isn't a janitor. He's the silent founder, the man who built this entire empire from a dusty garage while Marcus was still learning how to tie a tie. But Marcus doesn't see him. To him, a black man with a rag is just background noise. The gala celebrates the 25th anniversary of the Unity Scholarship, Elias's life's work for underprivileged kids. But Marcus sees it as a photo op to trick investors. He storms in, barking into his gold-plated phone about optics and investor confidence. He's deep in a lie, telling a creditor he'll have the wire transfer ready by morning. Then he notices Elias wiping a chair. Marcus scowls. He needs someone to kick to make himself feel powerful. You, Marcus snaps, stomping over. He doesn't just walk, he marches. To prove a point, he deliberately kicks Elias's cleaning bucket, splashing gray, soapy water across the marble floor Elias just finished mopping. Elias stands. He's taller than Marcus. He's calmer. He's completely unmoved by the tantrum. The chairs were dusty, sir. I was helping the crew finish before the guests arrived. Marcus laughs, a sharp, ugly sound that echoes in the empty hall. Helping? You're a laborer. Your hands belong to the mop, not to the velvet. You're staining the reputation of this event just by standing here. Pick up that bucket and leave through the service entrance. Take that rag too. It reeks of poverty and effort. Two things I don't allow in my sight. What would you do if someone tried to humiliate you in front of your own employees? Drop a comment below. Would you have stayed calm, or would you have ended the gala right then and there? If you're waiting for the hammer to drop, hit that like button right now. Marcus doesn't know his CFO is currently having a heart attack backstage. The corporate accounts are empty. Marcus didn't just spend the company's money, he set it on fire. He spent the last of the merger's good faith funds on a private jet to fly in influencers who don't even know what Unity Tech does. He believes that once the silent founder signs the papers tonight, $500 million will hit the accounts, and he can hide the $10 million he borrowed for his gambling debts. He sees Elias again, this time near the VIP table where the important donors will sit. Marcus is sweating now. The pressure of his debt is mounting. He pulls a crumpled, wet $100 bill from his pocket and drops it into the puddle of water on the floor. I thought I told you to vanish, laborer. Pick that up. That's probably more than you make in a week of scrubbing floors. Take it, buy yourself some dignity, and get out before the real men arrive. Elias doesn't reach for the money. He looks at it floating in the dirty water, then looks Marcus directly in the eye. He speaks with a quiet, terrifying clarity. You seem stressed, Marcus. Your tie is crooked and your heart is racing. Is it true what they say, that the only way you know how to make money is by spending what isn't yours? Marcus freezes. The truth hits him like a physical blow. You're a nobody. You're a ghost. Security. Arrest this man for harassment. The guards, men Elias hired and trained years ago, stand perfectly still. They don't move a muscle. Marcus screams, his face turning a dark, bruised purple. He thinks he's the king commanding his army. He doesn't realize he's just a jester in a rented suit. If you love watching arrogance collapse under its own weight, don't forget to subscribe to Toss Stories. We bring the truth to light every single week. While Marcus goes backstage to down a shot of scotch and prepare his fake speech about inclusion and community power, Elias slips away to the executive suite. The staff there is ready. They've been waiting for this day for months. On stage, Marcus finally begins. He's the image of a leader. The Unity Fund is about seeing potential in everyone, Marcus boasts into the mic, flashing a fake smile for the cameras. It's about giving a voice to those unheard. It's about excellence. The irony is so thick, it practically chokes the room. Marcus is scanning the crowd, expecting a frail, elderly, easily manipulated, silent founder to appear from the shadows to save his bank account. Instead, the lights dim. A single, piercing spotlight hits the back of the hall. The double doors swing open. Elias steps down the aisle. The black t-shirt is gone. The rag is gone. He is wearing a midnight blue tuxedo tailored to perfection, his posture regal and commanding. As he walks, the staff, the waiters, the guards, the cleaners all pause. They don't just look. They bow their heads in genuine respect. Marcus's jaw drops. His phone rings in his pocket. A final notification. His personal accounts have been frozen by a court order. He gapes at Elias, the man he just called poverty. You. Marcus stammers into the mic, his voice cracking. You're him? Elias reaches the stage and calmly takes the microphone from Marcus's shaking hand. The hall is so still you could hear a pin drop. Marcus told me earlier to leave through the service entrance because I would ruin the photos, Elias says, his voice amplified to every corner of the room. He said, my hands were only meant for scrubbing. And he was right about one thing. I do like keeping things clean. Elias reaches into his pocket, pulls out the wet, dirty $100 bill Marcus dropped in the water, and places it squarely on Marcus's podium. I spent the last few hours cleaning this hall with the people who actually make this company work. And while I scrubbed, I heard Marcus on his phone bragging about diverting $10 million from this very scholarship fund to cover his losses at a casino. He thought I couldn't understand financial jargon. He thought because of the color of my skin and the rag in my hand, I was just a laborer who didn't count. Gasps ripple through the audience. The board of directors stands up in unison. Marcus attempts to bolt toward the side exit, but he's blocked by the very guards he tried to use to arrest Elias. Marcus, Elias continues, you said you make money by spending it. Well, I've been spending too. I've bought your debts. I've bought the lease on your penthouse. And 5 minutes ago, I signed the only papers that matter tonight. Your termination, effective immediately. You aren't a CEO. You're a thief who couldn't see the man in front of him because you were too busy admiring your own reflection. Elias gestures to the police officers waiting at the back of the hall. Gentlemen, Marcus wants to leave through the service exit. Please escort him there with the rest of the trash. Marcus is led out in handcuffs, sobbing, his alpha persona shattered into 1,000 pieces. Elias winks at a waiter, hands over his cleaning rag one last time, and tells the band to play. The gala isn't ruined, it's finally truly clean. Have you ever had a boss treat you like you were invisible, only for you to eventually show them their place? Comment below. We read every story, and we want to hear yours. Marcus spent a fortune looking like a king. Elias dethroned him quietly, perfectly, and with a rag in his hand. Justice didn't need to scream, it just needed to sign the right papers. The silent founder reclaimed what was always his, proving that real power doesn't need a gold-plated phone or a rented car. It just needs the truth. Weeks later, Unity Tech is secure. Marcus is awaiting trial, his empire of cards having crumbled to dust. The scholarship fund is thriving more than ever. The footage of the gala went viral, not because of the influencers, but because of the image of Elias, a man in a tuxedo holding a cleaning rag, calm, in control, and completely untouchable. The lesson? The most dangerous person in the room is the one you choose to ignore. It's not arrogance that wins the day, and it's not loud power. It's quiet, steady knowledge. This is the other side of silence, toss stories, where real voices rise and truth finds its echo. Subscribe, share, speak, because your voice is the one thing no one can take away.